Solomon also says in verse 12, the sleep of the laboring man is sweet, whether he eats little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not permit him to sleep. The more stuff we build up, the more stuff we have to worry about. The more you wonder if someone's breaking into that auxiliary place where you keep your stuff, or into your home, so you install a better security system, or buy a safe, or get insurance on everything that they sell insurance for. But there's no way to protect your stuff from worry. And it's the care of things, Jesus said, that quenches our spiritual lives. If you work for your food, if you eat it and sleep, you sleep well. But when you have too much stuff, you can't sleep. Did you worry about it? The sixth lesson Solomon gives us is in verse 13. He said, there's a severe evil I've seen under the sun, riches kept for their owners to his own hurt. The more stuff we hold on to tightly, the more we get injured when death has to pry it from our hands. Think about that. I've seen this happen. It's evident to your family you care more about your stuff than you care about them. You care more about the promotion, the better job, the bigger office, the bigger paycheck. You spend all your time on getting more stuff. You never show up for anything. And then, laying in your deathbed, you realized you spent your life for everything except what mattered, your family, that you never had time to spend with. The sixth danger of wealth is the more you have, the more you can hurt yourself by holding tightly to it. The last thing that Solomon says, actually there are two in this 14th verse. It says, but those riches perish through misfortune. When he begets a son, there is nothing in his hand. As he came from his mother's womb, naked shall he return, to go as he came. What does that say? The more stuff we keep, the more stuff we can lose. What does that mean? Well, William Borden, if you live anywhere in the eastern seaboard of the United States, there's Borden Dairy. You see it in every supermarket. He was the heir. His parents were giving him the business. He went to a meeting as he was going to school in an Ivy League school, heard a speaker, actually responded to the message, got saved, realized that he had a choice before him to manage this empire of dairy or do something for the Lord. He chose to go to China. He actually sailed for China. On the way to go to China to share the gospel in the Mediterranean, he stopped in Egypt. He had been there before, but when he became a missionary, he decided that he was going to learn the language of the Arabic people so that if any Arabic people were in China, he could minister to them. And while in Egypt, he contracted cerebral meningitis and died in 1 month. He never made it to China. He never reached the mission field. He never became a missionary. After all that preparation, after leaving everything behind, he died. His mother made it. Just hours after he died, hearing he had been sick, she had sailed right away, very wealthy, came in a steamship. Next to his bed was his Bible. She opened his Bible, and in the flyleaf, in the front part of his Bible, this is what he wrote. When his mother found his Bible after his death, she opened it to the flyleaf and found these words written, no reserves, no retreat. And just before he died, in very halting handwriting, he wrote, no regret. He never got to the mission field, but he lived a life of maximum dedication to Christ. And that's what he was to the end. No regrets. What a way to end. By the way, when his memorial service was held, hundreds of students responded to take William Borden's place and flooded to the mission fields. Last lesson from Solomon is verse 15. It says, he shall take nothing from his labor that he may carry away in his hand. The more stuff we clutch, the more we have to leave behind. It's amazing that when you go through the country on back roads, you'll see this all the time. You'll see a U-Haul parked in front of an old kind of rundown house. You'll see a pile of trash in front of that house. You'll see a table of a garage sale starting, and you'll see the family with carefully wrapped items, putting them in the U-Haul. What is that? Grandma and Grandpa died. Most of their stuff was trash. Some of their stuff can be sold. The treasures the kids get. They left it all behind. Do you know what the Lord said? Avoid spending your life living for things that you have to leave behind that will cause great pain. Everybody's trying to get them, and keep you from sleeping, because it will cause spiritual blindness.